Hey, what's poppin'? Welcome back. Roll intro.
Now, who's hot, who not? Tell me who rock, who sell out in the stores. You tell me who flop, who cop the blue drop, who jewels got blocks, who's mostly Dolce down to the blue top. The same old pimp, Mace, you know ain't nothing changed but my limp. Can't stop till I see my name on the blimp. Guarantee a million shells, pull a level up. You don't believe in Harlem World, nigga, double up. We don't play around, it's a bet, lay it down. Niggas didn't know me 91, bet they know.
Hey yo, so before we dive into this Nirvana, the man who sold the world reaction, massive shout out goes to and yes, you are the MVP. So if you're new here and this is your first time seeing my face, nice to meet you. My name is Mark. But before we get into it, please remember to run up the likes on that like button, match the energy of that subscribe button, and hit that post notification bell so you can be down every time I drop a video. So anybody knows who's been watching me do Nirvana reactions, you know how I feel about this group. You know how I feel about Kurt and the crew. So we're going to skip all the semantics and the pleasantries, and we're just going to dive right into it and listen to what they have to say on here. So already I love how this beat has started.
We passed upon the stairs.
Kurt, I love your voice so much.
Although I wasn't there, said I was his friend, which came as a surprise. I spoke into his eyes. I thought you died alone a long, long time ago. Oh no, not me.
Okay, come on.
We never lost control. The face,
I love that rhythmic change.
face of the man who sold the world.
I don't know how many times I could say this, but I love Kurt's grit and rasp in his voice because it just gives such an added dimension to his like vocal power, and just it gives more power to the lyrics, if that makes sense. Like you can really feel the true connection that he has with what he's saying. Like it's so believable, and like you could tell that he just put his raw passion, emotion, and time into just each and every word to make sure that he's conveying that message. And I love that about him. Let's get back into it.
I laughed and shook his hand. I made my way back home. I searched for former land. For years and years I roamed. I gazed and stared. We must have millions.
And see, like you can see with even the rest of the group that they're connected, that they're zeroed and they're locked in. That one riff seemed like it's so hard to do when they sit. Did you know when I was sitting there saying how like I like how it goes, like it's so melodic, and I feel like the way that they changed the rhythmic pattern and they sped it up, where it's like where he breaks from singing and it's like dum 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 dum. That seemed like that is so hard to do with on a guitar. Like I feel like if you miss like once, like your timing, like if you're even like a half second off, like it'll throw off the whole thing. And to show that they're all together and cohesive, I think that that's absolutely phenomenal and amazing. Let's get back into it.
Your face to face with the man who sold the world. Who knows?
See, that's the part I'm talking about. I love that part. I love this. This whole breakdown is so dope. Like the melody, the musicality, the togetherness, the timing, everything from like that was absolutely beautiful. That whole breakdown was beautiful. I love that. That was absolutely amazing. Okay, so let's quickly talk about Nirvana with the man who sold the world. And I love this song, and the reason why I love it because I'm not 100% sure of what they were singing, what Kurt was singing about, but I'm gonna try my best to attempt to dissect it of what I felt like he was talking about from listening to the lyrics and how the way that the musicality was for me. That first beginning, like the intro was almost like the intro of like a good book, like you're reading, because you know when you sit there and you're sitting down reading a book, you expect to be drawn in from that intro, and then if it's like if you're not drawn in from that intro, you're like just ready to just like body that book and toss it to the side if it doesn't grab you within those first few pages. And I feel like that's what Kurt and the crew did when they sat there and started off like that whole first beginning of the melody of how they were playing the instruments and how together and cohesive they was. That really pulled me in, and it laid the foundation of the story of what I felt like he was telling. For me personally, I felt like this man that he was singing about, I'm not sure if he's singing about himself or if he was using like an outer body sense of an outer body experience to sing about himself or someone he knows, or he's just singing like randomly. But for me, I felt like this man who sold the world almost felt like it was in a sense of like reminiscent of how we think of like the Illuminati, of like how people sell themselves, sell their souls just for the fame, the fortune, the glitz and the glam, just to be able to sit there and say that they have it, or that they've ascertained to this certain standing and high level. And that's what I feel like that for me, who the man was that he was thinking about. Like he sold everything around him just to get to a certain point, and it was like, and it was almost like sticking the middle finger up like F the world and moving on, and like, yo, it's just gonna be me, and I'm just gonna focus on myself. Like I said, I'm not 100% sure if that's where he was going or if that was the story. So somebody who's more familiar with it, because I am young, so just trying to get into it. And like I said, me trying to learn about Nirvana and the reactions that I've done before. But this one I like because it really gave me like a deep sentiment. And I think another reason why I'm feeling like it was something like similar to like the Illuminati, or somebody who's selling their soul to sit there and ascertain to greatness, is because I think it was like so more so the emotion that he was portraying and the grit that he was portraying on this track, especially within his voice. Like it was so raspy, it was so gritty. And I mean, it's normally like that anyway with Kurt, but I felt like he took it the extra mile and like really hit like a home run, and really sat there and like really dived into it and really made a genuine connection to the lyrics and really created like this bond, this cohesive bond. Like I just thought it was phenomenal all around. I loved how together they was with just the guitar play, the drums, everything. Like I don't know if I can't remember if that was a cello or what. Something else was there, but it was just like just to see how together they was and cohesive they was, and to be able to, their timing was so on point. And like I said, if there was like one thing, like if it was like a half step, it would have thrown the whole live performance off. But I'm glad that it didn't, and I think Kurt and the crew did a phenomenal job. I love this track. So let me know what you thought of with Nirvana with the man who sold the world in the comments below. And with that being said, please be safe out there. Remember to stay awesome, be awesome, because you guys are all awesome. This is your boy Mark, and I'm signing off. Deuces. Peace.